Whew. Good lord. We're just whittling him down, just little by little. Oh. Defend. Almost. He's almost there. Come on, just a little more. Just a little longer. Door a little bit more. We got him. You're toast. Boom. Nice. Yes. Party loot. Ooh, that was a tough fight, but we got it. Oh, we got it. Alright. Definitely need more strength, because you're a glass cannon. Alright. And you need more strength. And yeah, give him more strength. Thief attack power, mage attack power, warrior attack power. Okay. And we need to equip this stuff to people. The ogre stumbled, leaned, and finally fell to the ground with a dying gasp. Dora cheered and ran up to kick its head. Big bully, how's it feel being dead? Quest completed, defeat Borg. Yes. Nice. Snipe. Target needs to be frozen, blah 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 blah. Hit single, burn, frozen, tired, shattered, or poison target for 40% of target's actual hit points, if not boss. Whoa! That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah. We're gonna take that. Strength, skill. Yeah. How many stamina spell points? And the speed and defense values, and slightly the magic value. Okay. We'll do that. Nice. Nature's Touch, Tangling Weeds. Let's put Tranquilize too, just because I feel like that's something you can always use. Cures one ailment. Okay. And then increase your hit points. Increase your speed and defense. Increase your speed and defense. We'll do that. There you go. One skill left. Push. Push that staggered enemy to the back row and has a 40% chance to cause a scared condition. That's actually pretty neat. Sure, push might be useful. Positioning. Take the proof that Mesfit wanted, and let's hurry to Tobar's village. Let me make sure that I equip everybody. Shattering sword. Standard longsword. Oh my. Shattering sword. There we go. And then... Can I do edge weapon and one-handed? 14 tempered longsword. Oh. Alright. Well, I can't. I don't have a choice. I have to do that. Plate mail versus chainmail. I mean, this gives defense. Loren's getting hit a lot, so give her better defense. And this barbed plate, attack defense 12. Yeah, give her these. And you, leather shawl, shoulder, defense 3, defense 3. Yeah, that's fine. Chainmail, fine chainmail. Oh, give him the fine chainmail. Leather shawl, vest. Potions. What is this? Agate, a common gem. You can sell it to merchants to make a few gold. Cool. Sweet. And nice. Tempered longsword. I can give the tempered standard longsword. Oh, this is where you can compare. Perfect. Okay, there is a way. Okay. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Cool. Where is my sword? Pardon? I only have one sword. The other... She groaned, recalling her finishing blow on the ogre, impaling it deep in its chest, which it had just fallen straight onto. Excuse me, but I believe I was the one who made the final blow, if I remember correctly. This thing ate my sword. Sword, you say? There's a bunch over here. Ramus revealed the orcs' hoard just inside the cave, littered with armor and remnants of their victims. Fine, I did not care for that one much anyway. Loren rifled through the discarded weapons, dismissing most of what she found. That was until she saw a remarkably crafted sword near the bottom. Is it the shatter? Oh my! She pulled it from the pile. It seemed to fit her hand perfectly. The sword shook and started to grow brightly. What magic is this? By the honor of Grayskull, I have the power. A blue light pulsed in the dark of this cave, and the party surrounded her. Why does the sword glow like that? Oh, she's going totally Jedi on us. Could that be? Mirth got close to inspect the sword, running her fingers down the metal. Her eyes were large with wonder. What is it? Tell me. This is one of the ancient swords created by the gods. A sword made by the gods? They forged a set of weapons to bestow their strength on worthy mortals. This sword, I believe, is the Hawk Blade. Loren stared deeply into the glowing sword, trying to wrap her head around the thought of it being created by immortal deities. Why does it glow? Because orcs are around? It glows when orcs are around? Because it has recognized you as worthy of the gods' power. It has been said to only do that for the most powerful warriors. Mirth suddenly bowed before Loren, causing her to jump. The gods have chosen you, Princess Loren of the Amazons. Your arm is their arm. Loren quickly sheathed the sword to stop it from glowing. Nonsense. My arm is my own. Do you not care about the significance of this sword? I need a good blade to replace my last sword. I do not believe in old fey tales. The ancient swords are not tales. You are holding one at this very moment. Druid Mirth, we need to return to the ogre's head to Tobar. Ah yes, this is not the most important matter. Your friend is in trouble, and we must save him. Let's hurry back. Even though they had found the Hawk Blade in the middle of nowhere, it was a gift directly from above. If Loren had believed its history and importance, then perhaps she could have done good with the weapon from the very beginning. But as it was, it would take an entire war to show her the true power of what she was wielding. Loren led the group into the sandy elven town to find Tobar and give him the ogre's head. The whole town grew tense at their presence like last time, but they were now even more on edge. The blue villagers whispered in fear and ran into their homes. "What's got them running scared?" "Maybe you don't like seeing the ogre heads. Is that? And then it became clear why the mood had changed. Mesfit and his rogues were standing in the middle of the town around Tobar. Draco was nowhere to be seen. "Where is Draco?" Saren ran up to the rogues, who suddenly drew their weapons on him in surprise. Mesfit quickly showed himself and loaded his bow as well. "Not another step, human dog." "I am no dog. If this is how you treat anyone who is not a dark elf, then you will never earn your people respect." "Don't speak to me of my people. Imperial dogs know nothing of the dark elves' plight." "Calm yourself. They have brought the ogre's head, as you said." Mesfit's eyes found the proof and snarled. His bow did not lower, even though his fellow rogues looked to him in confusion. "Mesfit, put the bow down." Slowly he did lower his weapon, but his glare was just as hostile. Muffled speech from behind the rogues caused Mesfit to groan and roll his eyes. "Draco, is that you?" "Wow, that gag tasted awful." Two rogues separated to reveal Draco sitting on a crate with his hands bound and a gag being pulled from his mouth. "You tricked me into taking this one as a means to torture us." "I just thought some songs would liven everything up. You all look so grumpy." "I told you most people don't appreciate your singing voice." Mesfit was reluctant, staring down Saren as he waved for his rogues to unbind Draco. The fire mage promptly stood and stretched. "I told you my friends would come back, but you were all, 'No, druids are liars, and don't you ever shut up. Now who looks silly? You do.'" Draco's so funny. "Take him back already." Saren escorted Draco away from the rogues as Mirth took his own place in front of them. "Now that I've completed your task, you know that I mean goodwill, and you will refrain from disrupting the forest." "That was not the deal. You said that you would end the exile." "There is a matter that needs the forest quiet for the time being, so you must grant this request." "And how long will this quiet be necessary? Another 1,000 years?" "I have already submitted to leaving the forest, my life for yours. Isn't that retribution enough?" "You could never truly repay the depth of hundreds of dark elves slaughtered, but it's a start." "Slaughter? Like how the forest elders were assassinated, and then the kidnapping and theft? We are entitled to protect ourselves." "We only took food so that we may eat. The desert cannot provide for us all, and you send no aid even though you cast us out." "When negotiations fail and the forest is put in danger, it is my duty to protect it." The dark elves growled at her words. The party instantly felt their rising hostility, and Loren's hands found the hilts of her swords. "Not all dark elves are kidnappers and assassins, and not all forest elves or druids are pure good either." He's got a point there. "If you're just protecting the forest inhabitants, then let us inhabit it." "You know that cannot be." Mirth's voice broke as she lost control of herself for a moment. "Your issue is not with me, but with your ancestors. Take it up with them how they dealt with the demons." "Well, it's not their fault what their ancestors did." "No druid or elf forced them to make blood pacts with those creatures. They sinned, and their children unfortunately must pay the price, which I don't agree with. I do not particularly agree with." "The dark elves made pacts with demons?" "How can we be forced to pay the price of elves long dead? We are our own people." Yeah, I'm kind of siding with these guys. Sorry, Mirth. "The illicit demon's blood still pulses in your veins. It kills the forest. Just look at where you stand." Saren looked at the sand beneath his feet. Was Mirth saying that this desert had once been green? Was it true that dark elves were the bringers of death? "I did not create this desert. No one here did. Whatever is left of those packs in our blood is so diluted that it is not a threat to anyone or anything." "Then why does the forest cry when rogues breach the trees? It's a pain as fresh as if a demon himself were walking within our forest." "I care not for all of this," Loren's. Thank you, Loren. It's like, I don't care about your elven spat. Loren's voice cut through the tension, silencing everyone. "Mirth needs some peace and quiet to do her divination for an extremely important matter, and whoever is disturbing the forest needs to stop. The Dark Elves need to stay out of the forest for a while, at least." We haven't ventured in the forest in weeks. What? Druid, how do you explain that? Mirth swallowed and looked away. It's this village. This village? It's not in the forest. It's close enough to be felt. I can even feel the forest from here. It's crying right now. This town has been here for generations. I don't know what to say. Only lately has the forest been this upset. Mirth, hate to break it to you, but has it ever dawned on you that maybe it has nothing to do with the Dark Elves and it could be something completely different? Yet, we were ambushed by Dark Elves and I felt nothing. But I know I felt the forest cry out many times. It's probably not the Dark Elves, Mirth. Get over yourself and your preconceived notions. Every time I feel that pain, I learn Mesfit and his gang have committed another crime, and while she made the connection, Mesfit was taking steps backwards, away from her and the party. Tobar looked back at him in confusion. You're just using them as scapegoats. If what she says is true, then the Dark Elves don't upset the forest. It's just Mesfit. The rogue leader swallowed and raised his shaking bow in defense, and then suddenly he was very angry, and his bow was held perfectly still. All that I have done for the Dark Elves. What have you done? I needed more strength to fight for us. It was for us. The forest. Mirth suddenly collapsed in pain, unable to stand anymore. Saren held her in his arms. What's wrong? Speak to me. The forest is screaming. A horrendous sound alerted everyone to Mesfit, surrounded by a hazy demonic aura. No, son, you've ruined everything. Saren placed Mirth in a safe place and stood to protect her. Tobar and the other elves immediately fled to take cover. Even some of his own rogues abandoned him in terror. He's using demonic magic! Loren knew that Mesfit had to die right then and there, and she wasted no time in getting to it. Oh, I was kind of hoping that I don't know. I was kind of hoping that this guy would end up joining our party. That'd be amazing. I thought he had a really cool backstory, and he was sort of like that broody, misunderstood bad boy kind of character. I thought it would have been amazing if he could join our party. I don't know, maybe we can incapacitate him and he'll still join our party. That'd be really cool. I feel like he's the kind of character that I would be dying to have some sort of redemption story for, because I don't think his intentions are not evil. He was just born into a horrible situation, and he's just trying to make do with the cards that he was dealt. And maybe he's made some really poor choices in the end, but I feel like he's redeemable, and I feel like he's just trying to survive, and he's genuinely trying to do things for the good of his people. So I hope we don't kill him, and maybe are able to get him to join our party so that he can be a redeemable character. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. It'd be amazing if the story did that. If not, I personally think it would be a missed opportunity, but we'll see. All right, we got our buddy back. Of course, we have to put our healer at the front. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much of a choice at the moment. We're just gonna have to hope that Loren's able to tank as much as possible. Mesfit Evil. Dark Elf, Scout Elf. Alright, let's focus on taking out these scouts first. So... Ooh. Wow. Alright. We are going to cast Tangling Weeds. Slow him down. Oh. Only slowed one of them. I wonder why that's... I wonder what determines the chance that someone actually gets status changed. Okay. Fireball. Well, if we're trying to take this one out, no, we're gonna fireball this one so that one takes some damage. Loren, let's rally everybody. That's right. Let's do this thing. Ramus. Ramus, do a power attack. And Ramus gets to go again. Loren. Nice. Mirth. I mean, I can try slowing them down again. Anger's going up. I don't know if I like... Anger's going up. Let's see what happens if I... Tranquilize. Decrease enemy's anger by 30 to 3 points to prevent an overdrive. Sure, why not? Now their anger is down. Loren. Ramus. Draco. Malfoy. Yes! Ooh, that one's defending. Which is smart. Nice! Yeah, snipe. Right on him. Nice! He took the hit instead. Staggered. Alright, Ooh. Loren. Take that. Mirth. Anger. This guy's anger needs to go down. Ramus. Doesn't have power attack anymore. Power attack. Push. Ooh. I could do that. Push the staggered enemy to the back row. If there is someone behind, they swap position as a 40% chance to cause a scared condition. There we go. He's scared or staggered. Nice. Loren. Dish it out. Switch position. Mirth. Alright, that one's down. 17 to 20. Take that one out. Harm no more. Yeah, fireball to the face. Nice. Yeah, like, no contest. Paralyzed. We got this. No contest. Magic Bolt. Nice. That was actually easier than the other bosses. Cool, we're doing well. Okay, well, we didn't kill him. Blood trickled from Mesfit's mouth. The exhausted party watched him fall to his knees, openly bleeding. My people need justice. He coughed and fell onto the ground, his wounds turning the sand red. The only sound was the howling wind as everyone waited for him to die. Instead, he seemed to be in agony, so Loren approached him with her sword and mercy ready. No! The elder dark elf hobbled quickly and fell by Mesfit's side, cradling his head closely. The rogue leader could barely keep his eyes open, but tried to find the elder with his hands. Father, I'm here. I'm so sorry. Look at you. You're everything we've strived to erase. I will put him out of his misery. Tobar quickly shot a desperate look at Loren, knowing that his son was in pain and that he had done wrong, but also still clutching tightly to him as if to never let go. Saren felt a hand on his leg, and he looked down to see Mirth struggling to stand. She whispered something under her breath, but he could not hear her. Instead, Saren helped her to stand. Wait! Her hoarse voice was much clearer now. Saren reached her eyes and found not only tears, but sympathy. Mirth limped towards Mesfit and Tobar, crashing next to them to place her own hands on the fallen rogue. Forgive me. Her hands began to glow as she attempted to heal him. You must live. Fight the calls of the demon inside of you. Do not let them consume your life as well. Fight your blood. Fight it, son. Mesfit did not seem to be recovering. He just coughed and wheezed, using a lot of blood. Saren could no longer stand it and rushed to Mirth's side, using his healing magic as well. Mirth looked over at him in gratitude with a soft smile as she could muster. Come on, Saren, I've been pumping up your healing. Together, their healing magic undid everything the party had just inflicted on him, and his wounds closed. Though the bleeding had stopped, Mesfit was still prone and in pain. Oh, please, can we please bring Mesfit into our party? I really like that character. He's a really interesting, complex character. It'd be a shame to just, not have him in our party. And plus, the dynamics between him and Loren and Mirth, that'd be amazing. I think that'd be gold, story gold. He will live, but it will take time for him to recover completely. You saved him. Everyone deserves a second chance. She and Tobar exchanged a look. I like how this story is going. Not of understanding or trust, but of compassion. The sun began to set over the desert town. Quest completed. Stop Mesfit. Yeah. Alright. Let's do that. Level up Loren. Bring up her defense a little bit. Bring up her strength. And more of her strength. Dora. What would you like to explore? Let's bring up her will a little bit. And one more. Let's bring up your defense, buddy. And your hit points. And cool. Now we can do phantom form. All right. I wanna see. I want to give him some defensive magic. Draco. Yeah. Some defensive magic would be nice. Finished. Sweet. Mutual trust was far away for these two factions. Tobar had tried to prove that they should not be judged for their past, but their past was so horribly made present by his own son. Mirth saved Mesfit that day out of guilt and pity, but it was the first movement towards peace between the Forest Elves and Dark Elves in 100 years. It was just enough to restore hope in these dark times, and they were going to need it. If Mesfit is a party member, because I don't know, I'm going into this completely blind. If Mesfit is a party member, it'd be nice if we were given some choice or a way to influence whether or not to heal him or not heal him. Because I feel like it would be really awesome if there was certain choices that did or did not lock you out of specific party members. Consequences for your choices. It would be nice if there was that choice here, but I don't know. Mirth asked that Mesfit be taken from Tobar's village to recover so that the forest could not sense him anymore. In return, Tobar asked for an alliance and the exile of the Dark Elves to end. Mirth promised to begin negotiations, but warned that it would not be a quick or easy process. The party went back into the heart of the forest to the Forest Elves' village, where they had first started. There, they recovered from their long journey, and Mirth finally prepared for her divination ceremony. It would take several days and require a complete isolation, so Loren was left to wait. Ooh. Grand Tree. Tasks. Clear Floret's bandits, plus 1 fame. Fight a 3 versus 3 battle against Shadowmen, plus 2 fame. Cleanse a nearby tomb of undead, plus 5 fame. Why would I not just go to the 5 fame? Is there, difficulty? Shop. Cool. Well, we have a little bit of money left. Oh, and we've got some necklaces. Defense and speed is awesome. Defense and speed is awesome. Resist burning and frozen. Berserker's necklace. Resist confused. Tired, shattered. Do we have? It'd be nice to see what I had equipped.